Welcome everybody. All right, so I already talked on Twitter a little bit about that. I want to run another Meta Madness, and I've been talking about it for quite some time now. And well, finally, it's time to run Meta Madness number 3 in the European region, and it's going to be happening on a Sunday. Like this Sunday, we're going to have another Meta Madness, and I actually adjusted the rules slightly after last time. If you remember, in the second Meta Madness, I actually experimented a little bit with best of threes. Right now, we're going back to a best of 5 series, but we still have pre-bans. In case that you're currently listening to this video and you're like, what the hell is he talking about? Meta what? Meta Madness is basically a series that we created like a few months back because a lot of people were complaining that in competitive Heroes of the Storm, they kind of see the same heroes over and over again. So there was a bit of an idea to make sure that in every single game that is happening, every single map, the heroes that are banned during the draft are banned for the entire series. That means that if we're going into a fifth map, you already have an abundance of heroes that are already banned out completely. As each draft, of course, features like 4 banned heroes, 2 on each side, that would make 16 banned heroes already heading into game number 4, 20 banned heroes heading into game number 5. You can see where this is going, especially if the series goes down to the last map. The teams have to be extremely creative with that draft and, of course, also show that they have a big hero pool that they can play. To make things even a little bit more exciting, we are going to run pre-bans again. Pre-bans is nothing else than the community, that's you guys, voting for heroes that they do not want to see in the tournament. I mean, we all have a hero that we really hate, right? Some people, for example, they can't stand Illidan. They don't like to see another ETC game. They totally hate seeing Rega as a standard healer in nearly every single game. So what we're going to do once again is set up a poll where we have a couple of heroes that you can vote for, and you can vote for the hero that you don't want to see in the tournament. And we're going to ban out 5 heroes from the tournament that are not going to be able to be played by any of the teams in any of the games. So even heading into map number 1, we already have the teams adjusting to that fact. So the poll link is going to be in the description of the video. So if you want to participate, then feel free to check that out. And of course, make sure that you vote for the hero that you really don't want to see in the entire tournament. And also, of course, we have to introduce our teams. So at the weekend, we're going to run 3 teams this time. The reason is actually quite simple. My original idea was to run with 4 teams once again and run a mini bracket so that we have 3 best of 5s. But unfortunately, a couple of the teams that I asked didn't really have time after the 4th team had to cancel because, well, there's a bit of a break right now, so a lot of teams are taking small vacations. I decided that we are just going to run with 3 teams and we're going to run a round the robin system. So basically, all these teams are going to play against each other, and for every single one of these best of 5s, we're going to have a prize pool. The prize pool this time is, by the way, sponsored by Linecast. Big shout out to them, and thank you very much for helping out running the tournament here. But let's come down to our teams. We have Team Liquid playing, we have Fnatic playing, and we also have the 2Bs determined, ADRD's team. The mad scientist has finally an opportunity to show what kind of crazy drafts they can come up with. If you remember Gamescom, for example, they already played Butcher, Medivh, and whatnot, and I cannot wait to see what exactly they're going to come up in this series. The games are going to start at 2 p.m. CEST, and of course, like, all the details can be found in the description of the YouTube video. And if you guys have any additional questions, feel free to ask them in the comments, of course. I hope that you're going to tune in for it. We're also going to have a lot of giveaways for the live show, so make sure that you tune in on Sunday when we're going for the 3rd time to run a Meta Madness in Europe.